How did sodomy laws shape LGBTQ plus Christian history? Imagine living in a time when your faith and your identity could land you in serious trouble. That was the reality for many LGBTQ plus Christians because of sodomy laws. These laws criminalized certain sexual acts, mainly between people of the same sex. They didn't just come from nowhere. They grew out of interpretations of Christian teachings that saw same-sex acts as sinful and against what God intended. These ideas became part of the law in many Christian-majority countries, making it illegal to engage in or even talk about same-sex relationships. Religious leaders often condemned sodomy as a serious sin, equating it with treason against God. This religious stance was then reflected in secular laws, which meant that laws against same-sex acts were enforced widely. These laws weren't just about punishment. They were tools to control society and keep certain groups marginalized. Accusations of sodomy were sometimes used to attack opponents or discredit people, adding to the stigma around LGBTQ plus identities. Because of these laws, many LGBTQ plus Christians had to hide their true selves. Fear of legal punishment or church discipline made it dangerous to be open about their identities or relationships. This created a lot of internal conflict, as many struggled to reconcile their faith with their feelings and desires. For a long time, being openly LGBTQ plus and Christian was almost impossible in many places, leading to invisibility and silence. In the United States, sodomy laws lasted into the late 20th century. Some states still had them in the 1960s and 1970s, with penalties like imprisonment or forced labor. It was not until the Supreme Court case Lawrence v. Texas in 2003 that these laws were declared unconstitutional nationwide. This decision was a turning point, reflecting changing social attitudes and challenging the religious and cultural norms that supported those laws. Within Christian communities, responses to these laws and LGBTQ plus identities have varied a lot. Some denominations stuck to traditional teachings condemning same-sex acts, while others began to rethink and move toward acceptance. Today, many LGBTQ plus Christians work to find ways to stay faithful while embracing their identities. They often push for more inclusive church policies and seek support from faith communities that affirm their worth and dignity. Understanding this history shows us how legal and religious ideas have shaped the experiences of LGBTQ plus Christians. It reminds us of the importance of creating faith spaces that are welcoming and affirming. Recognizing the past helps us build a future where everyone can live authentically and find spiritual belonging without fear or shame.